Encaustic medium is the base for all encaustic paints, and in this video, I'm going to show you how easily you can make your own at home. Hi guys, I'm Joey. Welcome to my channel. This video is part of a guide on encaustic materials to help you build your encaustic studio. So be sure to check out the other videos in the series as they become available. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Encaustic medium is a combination of beeswax and damar resin. You can buy pre-made encaustic medium, but it is easy to make and costs half the price. I personally enjoy cooking up a batch. I feel like an alchemist in my studio, transforming common ingredients into something precious. For this demo, I'm making a medium with a wax to resin ratio of 8:1. 8 parts beeswax to 1 part resin measured by weight. You can increase the percentage of resin in your mixture if you want a glossier and harder medium. A popular blend is 4.5 parts beeswax to 1 part resin. Feel free to experiment so you can find the blend that works for you the best. Just keep in mind that too much resin in your mixture may cause your art to become too brittle. When you're ready to make your own medium, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. With that said, here are my ingredients. I have a pound of white filtered beeswax and 2 ounces damar resin. Damar resin, by the way, is a sap collected from a tree indigenous to India and Southeast Asia. I've provided a link to more information about these ingredients in the description area below, including what's suitable to use and where to buy them. To prepare the medium, I'm going to use this fondue pot, but you can use any heated container with an adjustable temperature. Just make sure your container is big enough to hold the amount of medium you're preparing. A good option when you're making a big batch is to use an electric skillet or a roaster oven. But remember that once you use it for encaustic, you can't use it anymore for food. Whatever container you're using, make sure you pair it with a clip-on thermometer so you can accurately monitor the temperature of the wax. On this side, I have a pot warming on the griddle. I'm going to use this later for filtering the medium. Start by pouring half of the beeswax in the pot. Set the temperature to 160 degrees Fahrenheit and let the wax slowly melt. Resist the urge to crank up the heat so the wax will melt faster. Overheating the wax may burn it, causing it to darken in color and release toxic fumes. The key to making a clear, colorless medium is a stable, low temperature. When the beeswax has melted, you can add the damar resin. Use a wooden spoon or a paint stirrer to spread out the resin. At this point, you can increase the temperature to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. The resin will melt into a gummy residue. Just use the paint stirrer to lift any resin that sticks to the bottom and to mix the wax and resin together. Once the resin is dissolved, you can add the rest of the beeswax. When the beeswax is fully incorporated into the mixture, the medium is ready for filtering. Filtering is an important step in making encaustic medium since damar resin comes with a lot of embedded impurities like dirt, dried leaves, and tree barks that need to be removed. As I mentioned earlier, I have this pot here already warming on the griddle, ready to receive the medium. For the filter, I find that muslin works well since it catches even the minute particles. You can also use a piece from an old cotton shirt or any tight weave fabric. I don't recommend cheesecloth since it's too loosely woven to capture the finer particles. I like to let the muslin sit low on the pot so the medium can pull on top. And I use these small binder clips to secure it in place. If you're making a big batch, you can use a ladle to transfer the medium, but I'm just going to pour the whole thing on the filter since I already know it's not going to overflow. Once you've emptied your cooking container, grab a paper towel to clean it while it's still warm so it's ready for use next time. Once the medium is filtered, it's time to pour in a mold. If you're using binder clips, just be careful when you remove them since they may become warm to the touch. You can reuse this muslin if you want to, just warm it on the griddle and scrape off the dirt before using it again. I'm using this rectangular silicone mold, but you can use whatever you have that you can reserve for encaustic use. Just fill up your mold as much as you can without overflowing. By the way, if you're curious to know how long it takes to prepare this medium, about 30 minutes has elapsed from when I started up to this point. Allow 30 to 45 minutes for the medium to solidify before removing it from a silicone mold. And here I have my medium resting for more than an hour now, and it's ready to be removed. As you can see, the silicone mold makes it very easy to remove the medium, and the muslin was able to capture all the dirt and debris, so we are left with a very clean medium. Here's another one I made using this muffin pan as my mold. Earlier I mentioned that I don't recommend using cheesecloth as a filter, and to show you how well it works, I used it to filter this medium. As you can see, the cheesecloth didn't capture the finer particles, so I ended up with a not so clean medium. If cheesecloth is all you have, just double the layers, and when you end up with dirt in your medium, just rub this end on your griddle to melt the surface where the dirt settled, then wipe it with a paper towel to remove the dirt. If you don't have a silicone mold, an aluminum mold is also easy to use. You just have to wait another 6 to 12 hours until the medium has shrunk away from the edges. Then turn the mold over on a clean surface. Give it a tap, and the medium should come right off. As for storage, I store my medium in plastic bins labeled with the wax to resin ratio I used. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful in some way. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you know someone who would benefit from watching this video, please make sure you share this video with them. Thanks for watching and have a great day.